the we can just do it group.
It's called get it done.
Yeah,
Get it.
we can do it. We can just
Get it done.
That may be a trademark. Let's take it back.
I'm not part of that now. I'm not part of that. I'm not going to be part of that. Get her done. I'm not going to be part of that. But I am. But we can get the job done.
I believe that.
You know.
And John, I'm missing a skeleton. I brought it in for a prop. It was my favorite glow-in-the-dark skeleton. If someone out there knows where it went, could they please just return it?
Okay, where did you leave it? In Big Studio?
I left it
Kids
in
camp?
Yeah, kids camp here. And
if I see it, I'll grab it and I'll holler.
Yeah, it needs to go back in my house and be hung up. And
somehow it'll show up because we mentioned the blue cloth.
The blue cloth showed up,
and all of a sudden it just gained legs and walked back in the door.
Yeah, I went and got it, and brought it back in here when I found out where it was.
Yeah. So
was Don happy to have it back? Did he get it back? Okay, good.
He was happy
because he seemed so upset about his cloth, and I was without an excuse. I had no idea. Well, it was gone. You know?
Well, the blue one.
The blue.
Oh, we used it for blue screen around doing the headless shots and the bodiless shots. Yeah, we used
somebody got it, got it in this studio and took it and left it in the big studio. And then when Don,
I know it was there. You could just ask me.
I didn't see you.
Well, we didn't see you. Yeah.
And Don says to me, he says, "Where is my blue cloth?"
Oh, I didn't know it was Don's. So
he had bought it, and he
well, you'll see it because it's in all the it's in all the DVDs that we made the promos.
Okay, well then what
when
happened?
We go national, Don, your cloth is going to be on that.
What happened a week or so later? I remembered seeing.
Well, you can't see it actually because it's blue. It disappeared.
I know. I remember
that was the whole idea.
Oh, he can't prove it's his.
Yeah, that's right.
I remembered seeing somebody with blue cloth. They were a floating head.
The shroud.
I remember the floating head. And with the blue cloth, and I'm thinking, I bet it's in Studio A.
Yeah, we used it as a shroud. Yeah, it worked good.
But it took me a while. It took me like a week or more to figure out where it was and bring it back in here. And that's one of the things I teach my class. I try to remember to teach my class is to say that whatever you change, please just put it back like it was when you found it. See what I mean? Like if you want to change the lighting, but you might put it back the way it was because it might have been there for somebody else's weekly show.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and Don's blue cloth too. But I know you had your hands full with kids. We know.
But it went to good use. I mean, it was it enabled people to be headless. It enabled people to be bodiless. It enabled us to actually Frankenstein 3 people together in one shot. It was great, you know.
And will that be on the best of?
Yeah, that's on the promo and the
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't seen Balls of Doom, I'd recommend it. It's a great DVD produced right here by the Youth Video Camp. You know? The theme is wonderful. It's the evil spy network, the good spy network, and a foil plot of exploding disco balls around the country, and it's got some great action shots and real good script.
Was that the first, second, or third camp?
That was
that
third
camp?
Yeah.
Third camp.
The first camp was Barney Strikes Back, and it was about a difference between the vice president and Barney, and they worked it out in the end, and it was good. Barney got shot accidentally, of course, but he forgave the other characters in VP in exchange for presidency. So and then Stephen the genie was watch what you wish for. Guy drives a bus. He's not happy. Makes a couple of wishes. Finds out, you know what? I really like where I am. And I don't need to wish to be anywhere else.
All right.
Pretty cool. That was pretty fun.
Did you get Ralph's floating chair for that one?
We didn't have the floating chair, but we had the bus and people sitting in the bus, and then we took scenes of Asheville. So all through you see like you're driving through Asheville.
Right. Well, Ralph did. We should have brought that up while Ralph was here about the wormhole and stuff, because Ralph did, as you know, a lot of the early experiments with anti-gravity and time travel.
He's good with that.
And time travel.
Yeah, he took that floating chair all over the world.
I know, and took it back in time too.
Took it back in time.
Yeah,
quite a ways.
Sure did.
Yeah. So.
He did.
Yeah. So you say you have your concerns about the. Do you have any idea when we're going to get the wormhole
As far as
this
I know,
is the only thing holding
as
us
far
up.
as I know, the paperwork for the wormhole is signed, stamped, okay. We got the okay for it.
Okay, so I could be running it today.
You could have been running today, except for the discussion on security.
Right, and I was late getting
somebody's
here.
got to take responsibility for security of the wormhole to make sure that people and things pass with all good intentions between it,
So we got to set up a wormhole police.
Of course, under the First Amendment, anyone can come through and say anything. That's allowed. It's okay.
He's got an idea for wormhole security of telling about the little gate.
I think we should just have first of all, it should be a toll. So if people want to enter, they got to pay, of course, and that will keep the riprap on the other side of the wormhole.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
And then and then a simple low tech, railroad board, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I like that idea.
Right here, right here.
Oh, can we get one of them little ticket spit machines too?
Absolutely, right there.
Yeah.
Wormhole in, wormhole out. That's
this
all.
would be the entrance point right
that
here.
right there.
Okay.
That is it. Now
that is a very reasonable spot.
now it looks rather solid, but you see, once the wormhole gets installed, it will be trans-dimensional.
So now this is Ralph's technology. Is that what you're using?
I just
take Ralph on as a consultant. Because a lot of discussion came up about traffic and traffic problems and what if we have to divert and where. I mean, as the wormhole gets more popular, of course, you're going to have to build, more wormholes. And where else can we put them in the studio, and how can they come through Studio B? And these are just questions that come up. They're not relevant. I mean, first you got to get the wormhole active and working and see how it goes from there.
Now,
But the 10-year wormhole plan, 10 and 15-year wormhole plan, gets pretty complicated because, people looking at different traffic patterns and, what are the gates manufactured out of, and
titanium.
What about national security? Have you got with national security and?
We got approval from the national from NASTAC. What was it? NISTAC. Travel agencies and alien support networks. They were fine on it.
Because we wouldn't want. We would hate for.
Actually, it's really, I shouldn't use the word alien. Extraterrestrial and other life forms.
Well, you would hate for Ishnash Hussein to come through there. That was Saddam Hussein's brother, who lives on planet Zuon.
Yeah.
You'd hate for him to come through the wormhole.
Was he the evil twin?
He was, and we got a war all over again.
Well, you understand, it's an equal opportunity.
And
you can't deny. You really can't deny. I mean,
and Dr. Dick's real interested in the time travel part too.
I think we really got to come up with a time cops. I really do. Time cops.
Well, we can't. There's no budget for policing. It's got to be it's got to be an honor system,
People volunteer. I mean, Richard Bernier, he's an ex-deputy sheriff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he volunteered.
So you're saying we could put together like a volunteer militia?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And give them.
Well, see, I'm more in favor of sort of an anarchy wormhole situation. See, sort of a free flow.
Less control. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we go to Planet Orc, they got some really good laser guns.
Okay.
No guns. Well, I don't know about the gun thing.
But lasers can be fun.
If you got somebody like Ishnosh come through there, I mean, you're going to want to shoot him before.
Can't we just put the thing down
ding,
and that
ding,
stops
ding,
him?
ding.
Well, we could.
Yeah.
Think about it. I forgot about the gate.
He might be a great guest, man.
The gate.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think the gate would work.
I forgot about the.
Because it could be, it's not just the gate. There's certain barriers that the gate implies that maybe people will be. And okay, like you take placebos. Okay, the gate could be like a security placebo. Where people don't know that it doesn't do them harm to cross it, but they don't know that, so they won't.
More of that.
Well, let's at least electrify. Just in case.
Electrify.
110.
Here's my
50,000.
Here's my problem with that.
We'll just give them a little shot.
Well, my problem with that is
them.
without getting research on what the effects of electricity are on other terrestrials, they may enjoy it. We may be attracting them. Maybe like a cheese, maybe like a big hunk of cheese for the terrestrial mice to come through.
Might give them more power.
Might give them more power.
Then there's the concern of intergalactic felonies and the consequences of our entire planet on inadvertently killing somebody from another planet.
Yeah.
With like 5 volts.
Yeah.
We wouldn't want to do that because
careless
Well,
mistake.
we'll just put a disclaimer on it.
We could have the.
I think if we
everybody
just
on
had a
us.
disclaimer, it would be fine. It would work.
Chuck that cake over here.
We could have the clean-ons and everybody.
Cake
on
and
us.
gravy.
Yeah, I think we just put a disclaimer on the wormhole.
Disclaimer.
You know, a little stand-up sign on the other side that says, "Hey,
you're in our studio.
you enter at your own health risk."
Yeah, at your own risk.
Yeah.
We'll just put up a sign.
I think that what
Yeah,
kind
I
of cake
think
you
Just
got
put
there?
up a sign that says video taping in progress.
That'll keep them
Enter
away.
at your own risk. What kind of cake you got there?
Yeah.
URTV
People don't like to
video
be videotaped. That'll
taping
keep 'em
in
away.
progress.
That'll
Is
work.
it good cake or bad cake?
Yeah, it's pretty good,
I'm
actually.
try to break it like that without me touching the other piece.
But yeah, I think that that was just the one issue. If we come out with a security, the wormhole's open. I mean, I had plenty.
Piece of cake.
About time for another.
So I think that was the main issue, John, and
Champions.
thought I'd just run it by you, and that was get that cleared up, and we're in business. you
Hey,
know.
I'm game for. Hey, if I can help in any way, let me know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, the other aspect too, other than video and visual, deterrence, or sonic deterrence. So I mean,
There you go. That's your cue.
sonic
We have a
deterrence.
theme. It's called
Isn't that a good name
Sonic
for a band?
Deterrence. Create
I like that name for a
create
band. Sonic deterrence.
Sonic deterrent.
Yeah, well, I have a friend who has a band. His stage persona or whatever is called Wareham. But it was his goal to create the sound that kills. But he never achieved.
Must be cold as ice.
Is it? No. Which one did it come out? It's not cold, is it?
I don't know. It's not melting with sugar.
Now, sonic deterrence. I'll tell you a story.
playing that through there.
I'll tell you a story. I worked in a restaurant once, and the owner invested a lot of money in the sonic insect deterrence. So he hired me, or I put them up. He told me where to put them. He said, I want these all in the attic. That'll keep the bugs away.
Okay.
So I put them in the attic, and I put them in key
All the
places.
bugs went to the attic?
I put them in key places in the restaurant. Well, I guess they figured that that's where they were coming from, or Well, we turned the suckers on, and they worked great. They drove the bugs out of wherever I put them, right into the kitchen.
Right.
I turned the light on in the morning to start my shift, and it was like a hoedown. they were in the stove handles. I opened the oven, they came out. They were like.
No, when you walked in and turned the light on, did they stand up?
We've been done, and I was like, back to the attic.
16.
So you got to be careful about deterrents and how you use them.
It's okay. You watching the show?
For every action,
You're not.
there's a reaction.
There is. Equal and opposite.
Equal and
The
opposite.
Mad Scientist Tea Party?
But that's a true story. I'll never forget that.
I thought maybe you were watching it.
That's 16 there. Hello, 16.
Randini says, hello, 16. Hello back to Randini. He says, I don't know Randini. Did you meet him?
Someone watching?
But I feel like I know him from you talking about him.
Who's watching?
All good things, though.
All good things, he says. No, I'm off at 7 today. Actually, I was over an hour late getting started. I was late getting here today. And they ran another thing for an hour until I got set up, and then we got on. And we go till 7 tomorrow. We go till 6. And tomorrow I'll try to be here by 4. Something came up, and it was a crazy thing, and I couldn't get here on time, and it just was, that's the way sometimes life is. Yeah, how are things with you today?
It's the wall of shame.
Oh yeah. Would you care to say hello to our video audience?
If you reserve something and you don't do it at that,
It would just be too much for you, would it?
But now it's just become everybody's
Okay.
going to get on the wall of shame now. So
I may have fooled him. I claimed to be John when I walked in.
There is
before.
something that when you imply a deterrent and it becomes
What happened
something
yesterday?
people want to do. Then
Okay. Yesterday
so
was
now people
fish
are waiting
day,
in line
and
to
what
be
happened?
late.
Yeah, it would.
Just so they can have their
it
pictures
just went
taken.
on and on. I ran around with Steak Hawk a bit.
No,
I had a lot of errands. I
you
ran
can
a bunch
pay.
of errands.
If anyone wants to be on the wall of
Okay.
shame, you can
Well,
pay
all right,
Jonathan, and he will post you on that wall of
buzz
shame.
back after,
And that would be good
in about an hour.
for URTV too.
Okay.
All proceeds go.
Okay, cheerio.
All proceeds from the
right.
wall of shame go back into URTV.
But you're going to get on there for free, so.
Right. Well, that's how you get on the wall of shame. What if you don't pay your fine? Right.
Right. But you can pay it. You can.
Pay
From
it.
my understanding, you can just go
Here
pay
comes
$10
Jonathan.
and get on there.
Yeah. Am I on the wall? Do I get on
Jonathan,
the?
read us a bylaw on the wall of
Are
shame.
you doing that now? Are you looking up wall of shame?
Well, I'm looking to see what. I think it's,
What you did.
I think it's different for live TV. That you're supposed to notify 48 hours if you're not gonna make your time slot.
Oh wow, you.
Huh?
I don't know what's gonna happen to you. Let's find out.
Oh, well, maybe I'll lose my time slot if I lost my show. If you don't see me tomorrow, call up and discuss the matter with with Jonathan Zarni.
And his phone number is.
255
255
8848
8848
extension 103.
Extension 103.
1043.
No.
That's 102 is John's time. He's just he's
Pats?
no, he's trying to
Jen?
get a rise out of Jen. Yeah.
Is Jen watching?
Evidently not.
She might be, but I bet she's not listening.
So
Now she's
So look for the candy DVDs, not the ones you put in your your player.
You know,
Coming
it would really
soon.
be neat if you could make a candy DVD that you could actually write to. So you could put it in your DVD player and
Eat
play
it
a
afterwards?
movie, and then eat it afterwards.
That'd be very popular among espionage.
You know, I tried that with vinyl once, and it didn't work.
well. That's because you were using vinyl instead of sugar.
Yeah, that just
But-
don't pass very well.
No, I used sugar
Ah.
in the LP format,
And
and
you pressed it hard.
I couldn't get the
hard
sound.
candy.
I
Looks like
couldn't-
hard candy.
Yeah, I couldn't get the sound to cut in right. Maybe it was the humidity. I
None.
didn't
You
perfect
didn't
it.
use enough butter on the pressing plates. I'll bet.
Maybe. Yeah. But no, you think I'm joking? I did that.
Did you really?
Well, I cut a.
Did you cut with a hot stylus?
No, see, I didn't have. I tried putting candy on your Victrola. I mean, it doesn't. You know, it's not the best thing to do in the first place. My parents weren't too happy about it, but no, I just reversed. I reversed the leads so that the sound came out through the needle, and I did do it on a. It wasn't a caramel, on a sugar disc, and you could hear some audio, you know, but it didn't. It wasn't.
Did it sound mostly like?
Yeah, like you were eating it. And also humidity. If there's certain humidity,
It would get gooey on you?
oh jeez, it's stuck
It's called
everything up.
replace the needle.
It was just bad. I mean, even for a diamond needle, it wasn't good. You know. But I thought I'd just try it with DVDs.
Come on in and sit down at our table while you look that up and make it look like we have more people here.
Well, the laser may somehow another warp the candy, so
Yeah.
not no big
We're going to
deal.
find out what kind of.
I don't know how hot
What,
it
Yeah.
is.
I've already got a
Yeah.
stern look from Jen, and she said I had to play this other thing. So.
Did you apologize to her?
No, I don't think I apologized to anybody. I just told everybody, well, look, that's the way it is.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's the way the cookie. What? There was no stern look. Okay, there was no stern look. Oh, well, I get accused of that sometimes. I get accused
The
of the
waterfalls
stern.
were
What you
beautiful.
did may not even be covered under the rules.
You set
They'll
precedent.
make and you won't know what? It won't be the first time if they make up a new rule for something I've done.
Well,
If they,
now we have the
hey,
John Black
if you wanna
set
get-
precedent rule.
Hey, if you want to keep up, you may need to be making some new rules as we go. You know, because I am. That's what I do. I'm an anarchist. I noticed that Jonathan, who I thought wrote those rules, is having a hard time finding exactly what he's after.
Well, I heard y'all talking. I just wanted to check it out and see what specifically.
Does it qualify for the Hall of Shame? First off.
Well, you reserved Studio B, so you didn't show. You did attempt to call though, correct?
Yeah, I called you. I called your.
Did you leave a message?
I didn't leave a message on yours.
So there's no way I could ever know.
I didn't leave a
That you actually
message on
attempted to
Zen's. I just hung up because I didn't want to. I was
Right.
trying not to waste time.
You're
I was
trying
trying
to
to
get
get.
here, right.
I was trying to get here.
I would take his word for it that he called, so I trust you.
Yeah, I called yours and I called Jen's answering machine on
And then I held
her
him up 'cause
personal
I called
cell
him
phone.
403 because I was concerned about it.
Uh-huh. I talked to him, and then Jonathan called me, and then after I told Jonathan I'd be here in 10 minutes, I realized I had not eaten my pills, and I had to go back and sort out my pills and eat them, and that slowed me down even further. That was just, but it was just one of those days. That's the way it was going. I can tell you how my day started. That wound up with me being
Let me
here.
guess. You
All right, well,
woke
hold
up.
on. I found something.
Okay.
All right, well, what was supposed to happen in the event that you were late, we were supposed to repeat one of your previous live shows.
They're there. There's a
So
box full of men there.
That is what we should have done.
Okay. There now we know
How
what
they going to Wall of Shame?
That's right. See what I mean? Because I could have cut into one of my previous shows at
Right.
any point and brought.
Nobody never known the difference.
That's right. Who'd have known?
Lord. Okay.
His
they don't-
T-shirt
have
just
done
changed.
that because
I
then
have
if
an
we had one with
announcement.
the phone number, we'd have to have a banner running across saying this is not a live show.
Right.
Do you ever have a phone
So
number?
No,
it's no
I don't.
big deal.
I
You
don't.
can just tell your
you
viewers.
don't have one with a phone number.
Sorry, we were late, and that's it.
You don't have one in there with a phone number on it.
You don't put your number up on any of them, like
No.
Citizen Speak?
No,
Then we could have, eh?
that just works on Citizen Speak. Of course, you could have run a Citizen Speak. So you can run their phone number. I've been wanting to run their phone number.
775-7212.
Call now.
775-7212.
Call now. Our 10th caller wins
A pizza.
a candy DVD.
Candy
And the other 9
DVD.
callers get to talk to Don.
That's right. What's that number? Candy
All
DVD.
right, here we have bass and drums, or drums and bass.
I paid my dues.
Yeah.
My dues.
Is that your TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you join us?
Come on in.
Oh, wait a second.
I'm hoping I have. Is there some in left in here?
Here you go.
Can you make him have a look in the box on the floor or the box in the chair and find a cup, and you can have some tea if you
No,
will.
I can't stay. I got a friend we got.
Well, it's always good to see you. We always want.
Okay, are you
You have
ready?
a TV?
You ready
Okay,
for,
we're ready for
you ready for the bad news?
the bad news.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the bad news.
All right. The certified producer must give the URTV staff at least 48 hours advance notice of cancellation of a live program. Cancellation within fewer of 48 hours notice, except in the case of a documented emergency, will result in a major violation.
Major.
Major.
Determination of emergency is at the discretion of the executive director.
Oh.
Loss of any privileges regarding reservation of live series times under the previous two items in no way affects the right of producer to reserve channel space for non-series live cablecast.
For non-series, but I am a
Non-serious.
But
But
This
you
is
didn't cancel either.
non-serious.
non-series or
This is a
non-series?
non-series.
Non-series.
Oh.
This is a series.
You didn't cancel.
You didn't
just
cancel.
said.
I didn't cancel.
Yeah, you just
Right,
said.
but if you do not call within 15 minutes of your reservation is canceled automatically. So technically,
But who canceled
you
it?
did
I canceled it.
by
not calling.
not calling.
Yeah, I got caught.
It's a sin of omission.
Now again, all of this is at the discretion of the executive director, so I'm
Uh-huh.
certainly not going to take you off the air.
Oh, are you the executive director?
I just said it's not my call.
We have
Oh.
the director of programming.
Oh, Pat has to take me off the air. Is she here?
Determination of an emergency is at the discretion of the executive director.
Well,
it
I
was an
think you had a
emergency.
terrible emergency.
It was an emergency.
Oh, we said, okay, but see, I haven't.
Hate to say it,
Nobody's
but track
heard my side of the story
Like
yet.
if you
Okay,
Yes,
now here's how.
three
Here's
minor violations in
here-
the course of 12 months equals
No,
a
never
major-
mind.
wait a minute.
Violations, I mean,
Wait a minute. Let me
good
tell you how my
things
day
like
started. Okay, now
16
this is
consecutive
not very
on-time
appealing. This may
shows
not be
equal-
very appealing for people
equal
drinking
less
tea
one violation.
and join us in the tea party. But here's how it is that I
Let me just
wound
say
up
one thing.
being late.
Here's how your day started. You woke up.
I woke up, okay,
a good
and
start.
and I woke up and I started getting myself together. And as I started preparing to get something to eat and take my pills and get and load the things into the truck and do all the things that were necessary to make the tea party happen, and then I suddenly had this like sort of a feeling in my gut, which sent me to the bathroom. Okay, which was shortly followed by what can only be explained as described as explosive diarrhea. Okay.
You wanted to know, Jonathan. You
Okay.
asked.
I did not ask.
That's an
So
emergency.
don't say that because no, I didn't
Well,
ask.
after a fashion,
No,
you
I
did
didn't want
because
to.
you said unless there was an emergency. Now let me tell you.
started it.
And I
let me
said
t-
it was at the discretion. You gotta tell this to Pat.
That's
I
how
don't
you
want to
get
know.
get up out of bed.
I did not ask.
Wait a
to
minute.
hear
Wait a
this.
minute. Wait a
Say,
minute.
in the absence of the
While
in the
I am
absence of the
sitting
director
on
who's
the
in
toilet
charge.
in this condition,
This
my
deserves some
cell
music.
phone begins to ring. All right, and it is this woman from the city. There's this woman from a government agency. No. You have your appointment here 5 minutes ago.
I'd like to make a statement
Okay.
that at no time did John eat any candied DVDs before this
Right.
explosive episode.
Right. And I'm talking to this woman on the phone, and she's saying, she was saying, do you want to go through this over the telephone? She says, it's going to take an hour. If you're on a cell phone, is your battery going to last that long? And all this kind of stuff. And I'm going like, I'm like, woman, I am sitting on the phone. I'm sitting on the toilet having diarrhea. I mean, right now. I mean, and she says, I do not have an hour to wait on you. Da, da, da. And I said, and I'm acting ugly, and she wasn't acting ugly, although it seemed like she was starting to get a little. She wasn't. She didn't seem pleased. You know what I mean? So I said I can be there in 10 minutes, but if you deal with the government, it's always different. And it went on and it went on, and I wound up in this situation that was to begin with, I was stuck on the toilet for a while, and so like everything in my life got shifted back to where, and I didn't make it on time, and that's what it all boils down to. That's how it happened.
That's an emergency.
Sounds like an emergency to me.
Yeah, and
All in favor?
and
Say aye.
Aye.
and you basically know know me well enough to know that I might be running late, but I might be running 5 minutes late. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I I show up to do my show if I can, but if I'm dragging if I can, I do. You know that.
Right,
but
I
if
know.
I'm dragging in 30 minutes after it's time to be on the air, it's not like I could do anything about it. You know, that's true. You know, it's not because I'm sitting around going, do I want to go? Do I not want to go? It's like, can I get off? Can I get off the toilet? Anyway, so that's. I mean, it actually scared me. It was. I mean, when I say when I say
Watch the
explosive.
explosion.
When I say explosive, I mean like boom.
Why didn't you set a camera up first? You should have set a camera up first and interviewed yourself.
And interviewed myself. Well, boom.
I might have sponsored that one.
That will be up to the discretion of the executive director.
Well, that's a good idea, though, that you had about
But you can play back the
sponsoring
DVD and
Dungeon,
you can hear
because you need some association there with Dungeon.
Yeah.
And I don't. Saturday's one of the that's a no day for you, right? You can't get involved in.
Oh
things.
no, Saturday I can. Yeah.
You can, okay, because they're always looking for somebody to do a like last week I ran a camera. You know, I mean, I went to do sound and I wound up running a camera more than I did
So you
sound.
come in most of the time with them?
I'm started. This is just sort of the second one I've come
And what
in.
about the lady that needed the camera work done for her boss? Have you
I'm supposed to have an appointment with her tomorrow.
Very good.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Wish you
with
well with that.
that. I do
because
too. If I'm able to make it on time,
Taking a Modi May
I'm fine. I'm fine
Of
now.
course.
I'm fine now. Everything is fine, but there was just this time.
I tell you, I don't mind having diarrhea like that during the day.